focus on Lightworkers today with Niobe Weaver. Niobe, welcome. We're so glad to have you here with us.
Thank you, Ruth. Always happy to be with you.
So Niobe has a show here with us on Enlightened World Network. It is on the EWN 24-hour prayer room, and it is, I just blocked out the name. It is a sound healing prayer circle. Is that right?
Sacred Sound.
Sacred.
Okay, Sacred Sound Prayer Circle.
Thank you. It was
okay.
And it's on Thursdays on, as I said, the EWN 24-hour prayer room. Niobe is also one of our hosts for a meditation a day, and we absolutely love having Niobe here on Enlightened World. Niobe, you have fabulous sound bowls there, healing bowls, crystal healing bowls. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, they're quartz crystals to healing bowls. Let me just kind of bring things down here a little bit. There we go. Now you can see everything.
And I wanted to bring you on for you to teach people about them. We have Sharon Boyle, who comes on for a meditation a day every Wednesday morning. You come on once a month for a sound healing for a meditation a day, but you also are doing the sacred sound circles, the sacred prayer circles. Tell us about these bowls. First of all, how many bowls do you actually have?
I actually have 8, but I have all the 7 chakras. I actually went 9. I have 9. And they're your basic frosted quartz crystal bowl. And there is, what a quartz crystal bowl is, it really is quartz crystal. And the concept and everything really started in the 80s of taking quartz crystal that it's kind of a recycling, as well as taking quartz crystal and grinding it down into a powder form. And I don't know, because they are 99.9% pure quartz. What that 1% is that brings them together, I don't know, but it may be the heat, because they are formed and they're fired at like 4,000 to 5,000 degrees, and how they are. But then the mystery is, and the secret is how they are tuned. The bowls are to from C through B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, the major scale, and then they also have the sharps. So we have C, C sharp, D, D sharp. So we're going up the chakra system. So we would have root center is C, and second is D, and third is E. Fourth is F. Where is my F bowl? And not C, D, E, F, F, F. Where are you? Where are you? And it's right in front of me. F for the heart center. G is for throat chakra. A is for third eye, vision center, and B is for crown. I have 2 that are a half step. And I have an A sharp, which goes to the pineal gland. It's really interesting. This was my first bowl, was the A sharp. And then I have a D sharp, which is the half step up of the second chakra. So they, as you're hearing, like I said, they go with our chakra system. And the larger they are, the deeper the tone, the smaller they are, the higher the tone. And these are crystal tones. It's one of the first companies, I think, that came out with crystal bowls. There are several different companies now that offer crystal bowls, but crystal tones, they call them a temple. They're out of Boulder, Colorado. There is a shop that they call it a temple, and there's one in Shasta, Mount Shasta, California. And to go in one is really like going into a church, because If it is a form of a rock, it's a form of any kind of gemstone or any element of a stone out there that can be ground up and put into a bowl, it is. They have an alchemy set that you have ruby, rose quartz, there's lepidolite, there is lapis, there is bowls that are of iron, that is a grandmother bowl. They put gold, 24 karat gold is infused into a bowl that comes out to, there's one they call a dolphin bowl. There is, my goodness, I mean, like I said, lepidolite, rose quartz. What's your favorite stone? Jade. When you go into a crystal store and you see amethyst, you see all these stones are, those crystals can also, I have been, Crystal Tones has put them into a quartz crystal singing bowl. And they have that vibrational frequency and property that goes with what that stone does for you.
So there must be a huge range in the cost depending on the kind of stone.
Absolutely. The ones that, it's been a while since I've gone into looking at the pricing, but you know, if we're looking the ones that have gold or they have platinum in them are very expensive. And you know, a very small bowl with gold infused could be anywhere from like, you know, $3,000 to $4,000. So, and when I got my set quite a while back, it was $1,100 for the set, and it's changed a great deal now. So, and at the time I was a distributor, and they've changed that. But yeah, and there's also bowls like this, but they also created, they call a practitioner bowl, so where basically there's a stem on the bowl, and so you have a stem, you're able to hold the bowl, and you're able to play it when you're doing a sound healing session over someone's body, over someone.
Wow. So Niobe, how did you, first of all, what got you into this? Because this is a commitment. I mean, I'm looking, just the space that this takes up is a commitment. What got you into this in the first place?
What got me into this in the first place was sound healing started happening naturally through me. I was a massage therapist for 15 years, and a near-death experience in 1989 that came fully into fruition in a spiritual awakening in 1994. And with that, sound healing started with my voice. And I started being drawn to tone over with my clients, to tone over their body, into their body. And the light language was activated in me at the same time. So this is where sound healing started for me. And I guess another time, Ruth, we will talk about, when you're using your voice, about the history of sound healing and about the light language. Oh, and see, there we go. There's some good sound healing there. So at that time, so then I was working with my voice, and then we all knew about the brass bowls. The brass bowls, the Tibetan bowls, were something that was very much out there. I mean, because we're talking 1994. This is before the internet. This is before, you know, we could get online and we could learn about something or find somebody else that was doing this. But sound healing has been around, well, actually since the dawn of us being able to find our voice and to make a beat, you know, on the ground or with a stick. So and a rock. So I found, and I got into like a first Tibetan bowl, and to me, this is me. This is my feeling about the bowls. The brass bowls are of the element of the earth. I mean, they're all elements of the earth, but a Tibetan brass bowl connects you with the earth. Will connect you very much with the earth and the earth elements, to where the quartz bowls take us into the higher realms of the heavens, and they're celestial, if if that makes sense. It does for me. So I started with the brass bowls. And then in different, you can go into different metaphysical stores and you started seeing a crystal bowl. And how was it? My goodness, I was in a metaphysical store in Seattle and I knew about them. And I sat down with this, my first one. I sat down in the store. I started to play it and something happened. And I started to tone with it. I started to sound with it. And I was with a couple of bandmates. I was a New Thought singer, and my main New Thought music partner, and our drummer was there. And so the drummer came along, and I was trying different bowls, and the one bowl was like, but this one, I brought this A-sharp bowl home, and I sat down with it, and I started to play it, and it was so emotional. I just started to cry, because they are living, of how the tone moved into my crystalline structure of my body, and of the healing and the awakening properties of what this tone is. And they're alive. They are living and energetic beings.
So Niobe, does each bowl only play one note?
It plays one note. It plays one note, but it's doing this. The crystal bowl is literally doing this as you're playing it. And also you have to feel, this bowl will tell you, you're playing me too hard. You're getting me. We're going to do something. They will tell you to back off because they can shatter. You can play them. Playing these bowls is something of consciousness. It's also the same with the Tibetan bowl. It's about being one with this instrument of healing and being conscious and listening, feeling. What is it saying? So we've got, this is the heart chakra tone of F on the major scale. But you hear it, it's going. So it's playing around that tone, that musical note of F. And it's sitting itself out. Saying this is root chakra. And as I learned from my sound healer teacher of mine, Jonathan Bowman, intention plus sound equals change. Intention is everything in our lives, especially as healers. What is our intention when we go into a conversation? What is our intention, Ruth, as you and I are here now? And when you're really specifically going and working with sound, intention plus sound. So it is a consciousness of intention when you were playing these healing vessels.
Wow. I watch you play these a lot, Niobe, and I've never really understood it. I think it's fascinating. Very fascinating.
It is, and we're remembering. This is the remembrance. Sound has always been medicine. They just took it out of the equation in the 19th century. Okay, they took it out when science and medicine came strongly into our world. and modern medicine, as they would call it. This is when sound healing and all was put in the category of music and entertainment. But you can go to any indigenous tribe, indigenous people, and sound, working with clapsticks and working with sound. And like I said, with my voice, I sound and tone over my client. And I've been drawn to pull it out or blow in, or sound over into the body. My work is very shamanic. But our indigenous healers, our medicine men, our medicine women, especially our Aboriginal indigenous peoples in Australia, our oldest indigenous nation of people on the planet, with their didgeridoo, and they know how to sing and speak to the energy of wildlife and the earth and the human body. That is our birthing. That is where sound healing came from, and we're remembering it. Toning circles, which is like my sacred sound prayer circle, a toning circle. There was I think it was back in the 60s, 70s. There was, it's a very small little thin book that this woman wrote about a toning circle. How powerful it is. Well, there's one voice, but when two or more are gathered, and intention, the power of sound to change and heal is right here. We can have these instruments, but it's right here and here.
So when you work with a client or do a sound healing for us here on EWN, how do you know which bowl to play? Is that part of the intuitive connection that you have?
Very much so. That's the intuitive side of listening and going with being guided to what to play.
How long did it take you, Niobe, to learn how to play it, how to actually connect with the sound that was coming out?
It was, I think, possibly because I've been working with sound with my voice and the light language for quite a few years. And it just was really natural for me as I started playing. And for some people, for some sound healers, they're very called, and there is a gentleman that is teaching a whole system with the Tibetan brass bowls for healing. And some people are called to work with the brass bowls. I have mine, but I was called to work with the quartz. And so for me, the moment I started to play it, I started to sound with it. And it was, so for me, it was just very natural.
Niobe, if someone wants to learn how to play the sound bowls, the healing bowls, where do you suggest they start?
Well, I'm certain there's something on YouTube. I am certain there is someone instructing on YouTube. And then if you have a metaphysical store close by, go play one. Go, because they will let you play them. And like I said, be reverent of these. Don't go in and bang. I had to some young to say, no, you're going to break the bowl. So just go in and see if quartz bowls are what you are really drawn to, or is it a Tibetan bowl, a nice brass bowl. And I got a good one for you here, Ruth, and I got a good one here for everybody. You never know where you're going to find a sound healing vessel, okay? This is beautiful, isn't it?
It is. That looks like a bowl I bought at Target.
It is a bowl from Target. Now, check it out.
Wow, that is a great sound.
Isn't that a great sound?
Yeah. Wow.
And it is a bowl from Target. It's a $15 bowl from Target. You never know where you're going to find sound medicine, okay? I was blown away. I was at I was with somebody and I accidentally tapped this and I heard the sound. I was like, oh, I gotta have that bowl. And it's not going to show it, but maybe it will. How it's really the way it's metal and the way that it has been turned is what has brought that ability for it to be that beautiful tone.
I'm sitting at my friend's house and that same bowl is on her counter right there. Looking right at it. So if you don't have, what do you call the stick thing?
The striker.
Striker.
The striker. Uh-huh.
If you don't have a real striker, is there something else you can use?
I'm thinking that there is an implement in the kitchen. It is just something that can, you could possibly use like the end of a wooden spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, the end of a wooden spoon. And then it's just learning how to apply the pressure. And it's the same with the quartz bowls. It's a matter of learning how to apply the pressure. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know there was pressure applied at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's how like with this one, that's very light. Now I'm applying more pressure. Ooh, the tone changed on it. You hear how it's growing? Now it's shifting. I'm lightening the pressure up. You can hear what happens with the pressure. And that's the same with your quartz bowls.
Wow. Niobe, this is fun for me. Thank you for spending this time with us. Niobe, if somebody wants to connect with you for a sound healing, how do they find you?
You can go to my website, niobeweaver.com. And I do have a scheduling there of you can find the different offerings that I have for sound healing, from a soul reflection reading to a sound healing session. You can find it there, or you can email me also through there. You'll find Niobe at niobeweaver.com, or you could connect me through Facebook, Songlight, Niobe Weaver. So.
And now you also have music available.
I do on my website. I have 3 of my 7 CDs are available there, and you can find them, and that will connect you to CD Baby. So, and I'm in the midst of getting my 4 other CDs available through CD Baby and onto my website. And then I'm also I call them sound prescriptions, which is it is literally a prescription of I'll pick a bowl and my voice, toning and light language for say specifically, are you a mental, physical, or spiritual challenge that you're going through? And because we discuss it, it's like, what's happening, and we use a sound prescription, and my guides bring through the intention and for how long you are to use to listen to it, how many days you're to listen to it, for how long, literally like a prescription of medication, only it's a prescription of sound.
Wow, that's really intriguing. I'm looking forward to learning more about that. So friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this time with Niobe as much as I have. It's so interesting. I've wondered about this for sometime. So thank you. Thank you, Niobe, for being here with us. And thank you, friends, for joining us today. There's always something interesting at Enlightened World, and we're glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, everyone.